That's good.
You good? You live?
Do.
Almost.
Uno mas, uno momento. Excuse me. Hi, welcome to Talking Interference Sports. I forgot to do something, which I normally do. So I'm Nick.
Pillowfist.
Eric.
I like that you've adapted to the Pillowfist nickname.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's only taken you 8 years to embrace it.
Yeah, embrace is the best part, bro. Embracing is the way to go. Let me make sure our sound is good. Check. We're good. All right. I'm trying to go live on Twitch right now. I'm sorry I forgot to do that. How was your guys' weekend? Delightful. Yo, Gary, what's going on, bud? He said, I'm not even looking at it right now, but I bet he said, go Chiefs.
Yes, he did.
Horrible. Oh, yeah. Go
horrible.
Chiefs.
Horrible, Gary.
That's horrible, Gary. Horrible.
It's all right. They need to get their practice before they get traded to the Browns.
All right. Let's get that get their practice on what?
Playing football.
Okay, I get it now. All right. So I'll space that out here. Let's move this one over here. Let's point them in this way. How's that sound? Is that good?
Sure.
All right, we're all set now. All right. Don't be haters. All right, we're not being haters, man. We're just realistic sports fans.
I'm a Raider fan. I'm a Raider fan, so I have to hate.
Okay, so welcome to another episode of Talking Interference Sports. And we don't have our other off-screen guy, but Sean is becoming part of our social media group runner, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but Sean will now start being a part of the show. So welcome to the show, Sean. If you guys are not following us on Facebook, we are Talking Interference Sports. Go watch Talking Interference Sports on YouTube as well. We're on Twitch. Check that out. If you guys aren't following Game Changer Sports Network, check them out as well. That goes for you guys and you guys. Tabby's Coffee is located in the Everett Library, and we will be doing a live show there on April 28th.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys want to come be a part of the show and have an awesome coffee and end up, going there and hanging out with us, saying what's up, that would be fantastic. Read some books, listen to us talk about some sports. No, so we didn't move to Tuesday. We're actually just doing it because we had a business call that we were taking care of, and today's Sean's last day in town, so we wanted to squeeze it all in at one time. So I don't know about you guys, but I stayed up until 1 a.m. last night, refreshing Twitter over and over and over and over.
Talking to Brett Boone.
Wait, no, I was talking to Brett, but I was referring to the cringy video that was posted by Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Well, Russell Wilson told me to go to bed, so I went to bed.
Russell Wilson did tell me to go to bed.
12:46.
Yeah.
That's a little late for you.
Yes, it is.
Well, so you stayed up waiting for the announcement?
Oh, no.
Oh, you just stayed up just because you were up?
Yeah, sleeping me or not,
I was actually awake because I came back from a Mariners game and we went to a restaurant.
Was it a restaurant?
No, it was not.
Okay.
We're all friends.
I'm just trying to keep it PG.
Hey, I feel it. Hey, bros, go Seattle. I like it. Blee says, welcome, Sean. I like it. How's it going, Blee? How's it going, Jose? I stayed up real late waiting for this, an hour past the deadline. And I got to say, the way it was announced, I was a little kind of like, oh, come on, Russell Wilson, you're in bed with the wife while we doing this?
It was cringy, but...
It was a little cringy, but I guess if you just made a $140 million contract,
I think
with a $65 million bonus signing.
I think that's the most baller-ass way to announce that shit.
Oh, man. And he had his chains on, too.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh,
I look a lot different. I'd be going out and running around and stuff.
Homeboy had his chains on and stuff. I'd probably be pouring out Henny.
Yeah, I know. That's important.
It wouldn't be Henny, it'd be Four Loco or some garbage thing.
You'd probably still be.
Well, if I had, dude,
you still be.
Come on, man. Yeah, okay, check it out. If
I
had
hurricanes for everybody.
If I had $64 million, we would move up from Hurricanes and Four Locos, and boxed wine, and we would start buying. Okay, whatever. We're good.
You probably move up to Bad Dog 2020s.
Yeah, probably.
Like 40s, big bottles.
So yeah, $140 million and a $65 million signing bonus. How do you guys feel about that?
I just want to say, you Seattle fans were a little scared. I was following Facebook pages last night, and people were freaking
I was sweating,
out.
bro.
People were freaking out.
Like, you know when you eat a whole bunch of meat in one sitting and you're just like, that's how I felt.
No, it was.
I would like to make fun of you for saying that, but I totally know what you mean.
No, it was bad. Like on all the pages, like people were 1 minute were like best friends with Wilson, and the next minute they're like, "Oh, it's not getting signed today," and they're like, "Russell Wilson sucks.
Let's burn his jersey."
He just won us a Super Bowl a couple years ago, but he sucks."
It was a little more than a couple of years ago, Todd.
Well, I've been under a rock.
Wow,
for
that's a
last-
lot for old man Wilson. Better you than the Chiefs. Hey, all right. Well, he's so yo,
I know.
man.
Come on, Gary.
Gary, you can.
We
do
also
better
got
than
his
that.
most productive
I
years
believe
when
in
he's
you.
on his rookie contract.
That's
so,
true.
You know,
Patrick
Well-
Mahomes is gonna be garbage next year.
I don't think so.
I just said it 'cause of the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's a hater because he's a Raider. Hater because he's a Raider. So where are you guys at with the Russell Wilson deal? What is your thoughts?
no, I'm not really surprised by it.
No, I'm
And
not either.
I don't think it's
The guy should get paid, but
Yeah.
I think my opinion, if you want to build a winning team, you should always go the Tom Brady way. And Tom Brady's not the most paid player. Yeah,
We know you're messing around, Gary. We're
But,
messing around too.
but I think Russell Wilson should have went the Tom Brady way. And
Take some pay cuts?
yes, not because like somebody explained to me, would you ever go to your job and take a pay cut? No, but
Okay, first of all, this is just me.
okay.
All right. And you can call me out and say that you guys disagree with me or not. But me personally, I feel that if I was playing an athletic sport, my goal is to win.
yeah. So
And I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And if I'm getting paid millions of dollars anyway, but this is just me coming from a guy who's doing a podcast in his basement. You know what I mean? I don't make millions of
is
dollars.
this a basement?
I'm just saying. I don't make millions of dollars, but my goal is to win if I'm playing sports. I want to win.
So there's two ways to go about it. So you can go the two players. Like a good example, like Derrick Rose was great, and then got hurt, and then he's he's not as good as he was. You know what I'm saying? And he could have made way more, a lot more money if he never got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So my point of view is to make the most amount of money you can before you blow your knee out, because they would get rid of you in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? They cut Russell Wilson. If he couldn't play anymore, they would cut him in a heartbeat.
Well, yeah. Why would you keep a guy who can't play?
Let me
That's
know
what I'm
what
saying.
Blee said over there. What'd Blee say?
It says, Love Washington State was stationed in Fort Lewis back in
78?
Yep.
Space Needle was awesome. Hey, dude, thanks for your service. Go Army. Well,
Yeah, it's horrible. So you don't know how to read, huh?
oh, yeah, well, at least he wasn't scared to pick up a rifle. Okay, that's all right. So I went there. I was in the Army, I can say that. So I'm concerned about the money that they gave him. I am concerned because I can see the defense, which wasn't that impressive last year, becoming compromised. I can see the O-line, which was not that impressive last year, becoming compromised. You have no edge rush right now other than Frank Clark.
He's
And
sitting
now-
out.
And he's sitting out right now because you don't have a deal. You signed Russell Wilson to $140 million. What does that say to Frank Clark?
Says you're not as good as Russell Wilson.
Got an Army buddy that grew up in Tumwater. I'd love to visit again sometime. We would absolutely love to say what's up to you. Andy says some cute boys. Kimberly says, do you think the Blue Jackets win tonight? Last time I checked, I think they were up. And I am actually rooting for them.
Are you?
I am. But again, back to the Russell Wilson thing. Our O-line wasn't that impressive, and my opinion on that is how many times did Russell Wilson get sacked last year? I looked it up. I think I wrote it down. 51 times. He was sacked 51 times,
bad. I think
a career high.
I think the only person that got worse was Derek Carr with like 58. I want to say it was 58.
A career high of 51 last year, okay? Guys, pay the O-line. They have 13 guys on their salary right now on their O-line. That's like including practice squad and everything. They have 13 guys. Russell Wilson's contract just gave him about 14% of the salary cap, and 12 of the percent for the salary cap is going to those 13 guys meant to protect the offensive weapon that you just signed. I think it's time for a new quarterback. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I just don't think Russell Wilson was worth the amount of money to compromise the rest of the team that they gave him.
So I think like my friend explains, I think if you put a lot of quarterbacks on Seattle, they're not going to win as good as Russell Wilson because their offense line is terrible, but he knows how to get out of the pocket. Have you ever watched the Seahawks with Russell Wilson? He runs around.
No, I've never.
I mean, I'm just saying. Okay? he runs around and he finds open wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? I don't think most quarterbacks can do that. You know what I'm saying? What do you want?
I mean, not as well, I don't think. And
so you put Peyton Manning back there. I know he's retired, but if you have that kind of style quarterback, he's going to get Seahawks go 6-10. I think.
You really think so?
Russell Wilson.
We were counting the Seahawks out last year of the playoffs in a rebuild year. Do you really think that was because 100% of Russell Wilson?
Not 100%, but I think if you put any other quarterback.
Check this, man. Check facts, bro. Seattle has established themselves as a run, pass system.
Yeah.
Can anybody else debate that? No.
But what I'm debating is your pass
per sack.
Hold on. They established themselves as a run, pass system. If you establish yourself as that, why do you need Russell Wilson, and especially at that amount of money? I'm not saying I hate Russell Wilson. I love Russell Wilson. I'm glad he's here. I just, again, the money was too much. But they landed themselves at 18th in the league on third down conversions. They completed 37% of their third downs.
But that's not the Seattle team I'm talking about. The Seattle team, what they do is their thing is run, and throw the ball deep, like kind of thing, and make huge plays. You know what I'm saying? That's what Russell Wilson does.
31%, dude. Doug Baldwin's probably not going to play this year. Doug Baldwin might not ever step on the field again. Is Tyler Lockett the wide receiver that Russell Wilson needs? Yo, there's a lot more to think about than signing Russell Wilson for $140 million, guys.
Yeah, that's true. But if he played the last year of his contract, then they were probably going to franchise him for 2 more years. And
see, that's what I'm talking about.
DJ says it too, but I agree with you, the deep ball, but you don't have the receiver. Tyler Lockett is not going to win you games as a wide receiver. Doug Baldwin might not step on the field again.
Yeah, I get that.
This is realistic. But how are you going to get another wide receiver with no salary cap because you just spent it all on Russell Wilson?
You just got to pick in the second round.
Dude. Okay. All right, man.
I'm just saying, as a Raider fan, what I watch, and it irritates me so much, is Russell Wilson. He finds his way in the pocket, throws it up, and then they catch the ball. You're not going to.
It doesn't happen every time.
I know, but you're not, with a lot of other quarterbacks in the NFL. I only can name. Actually, I can't name a quarterback like that. You know what I'm saying? There's not a quarterback like that. If you put a passer like that on the Seahawks, he's going to get crushed 51 times. Look at the Raiders. 7 more sacks, you know what I'm saying? And look at the total different record.
Why do you say that? Just because of the clutchness of Russell Wilson? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
I looked this up, and I'm going to look it up right now again just to show it to you. There are 10 other active quarterbacks in the league right now that rank higher in fourth quarter comebacks than Russell Wilson.
I think Derek Carr is one of them.
Derek Carr is below him at 46 on the list of fourth quarter comebacks, but these are not active players. There are 10 other ones. Russell Wilson lands at 45. I think the number was 17 that I looked at that said how many fourth quarter comebacks he's had. There are 10. Andy Dalton has more fourth quarter comebacks than Russell Wilson.
There's no way.
It's a fact, my dude.
Take that. How many playoff wins does Andy Dalton have compared to Russell Wilson?
Okay, that's fine. You want to bring that up. Tell me about what did we talk about in Super Bowl 49 the Seahawks won? Did we talk about how awesome Russell Wilson was?
No.
We talk about how awesome the defense was.
No. Yes.
How awesome was Russell Wilson in Super Bowl 49 against the Patriots? That was the one where we talk about not how good Russell Wilson did, but Marshawn Lynch didn't run the ball because we don't talk about Russell Wilson in the Super Bowl.
In my eyes, I think Russell Wilson did a great job because they lost.
Okay, you're being biased. I get you. But I'm a Seahawks fan. I love the Seahawks. I'm not hating, okay? I'm just saying this is truth, guys. Lockett was a top 10 wide receiver. Salary cap is blown, so QB. Efficiency-wise and statistically speaking, touchdowns and deep balls. Really, Carr, Mahomes, go Chiefs. Okay, so again, I bring this up. You talk about playoffs. In the big show, did we talk about Russell Wilson at all at the end of these two games?
You can talk about him and the Packers collapse when they played him.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's one.
I mean, that's more than your boy Andy Dalton has over there.
That's true, but all I'm saying, you wanted to come at me with the fourth quarter clutchiness, and Andy Dalton has more fourth quarter comebacks.
In games that don't matter.
Joe Flacco has more fourth quarter comebacks. And I've been told multiple times this week to keep Russell Wilson and Joe Flacco out of the same conversation.
You know what we need to go do?
Eric? Just did it again.
Eric, well, you know what we need to go do? We got to go to the drugstore and get him a drug test because I think he's high. He just said Joe Flacco. Man.
I did. Dope.
Bro, Joe Flacco.
I'm going to look this up. He is.
He is.
Don't trigger me, bro. Don't trigger me. You're trying to trigger me.
Yes.
Bella trying to
trigger me. The only cool thing Joe Flacco ever did was make a chicken.
Oh, my God, bro.
He's horrible.
He's not, dude. Oh my God! I just busted these stats out on DJ and Chaz today. I did it today. Hold the phone. Here we go. I'm pulling it out.
But I do agree. I don't think he should be paid $30 to $35 million when you have a quarterback that can win.
Oh my God!
Joe Flacco's information right there. Joe Flacco is 15th in touchdowns away, or is 15 touchdowns away from Kurt Warner and Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, we need to go to the drugstore.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm not high, dude. You guys are crazy. Joe Flacco is not as bad of a quarterback as everybody says.
Who else out there thinks Nick's high?
Dude, look at check this out, dude. Okay, realistically, man.
I mean, we do have a holiday coming up this weekend.
I will be meeting Cam Chancellor on that day. So throw that out there.
Interesting.
But okay, don't you think we should be looking to put the money elsewhere?
The
offensive line.
That's my point of view. And
51 sacks, dude.
That's
inexcusable.
I agree with you at 2 points, and that's why I hate to say this, but one of the best dynasties, the Patriots. If you look at it, they let a lot of players go on free agency and make big money elsewhere, and then they keep certain players and they don't pay them outrageously. You know what I'm saying?
Did you know?
Yeah, but who are they going to pick up? Travaris Jackson?
No.
Charlie Winehurst?
Oh, are you talking about the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the Seahawks had to pay him.
How about Matt Flynn?
Yeah,
wow. Shout out to Matt Flynn.
Yo, shout out Matt Flynn. He broke the internet the other day, bro.
Yeah.
That was the funniest tweet I've ever seen.
You know who should actually interview was Matt Flynn and ask him about going from the Seattle to the Raiders and then getting beat out both times.
I could tweet at him. I'll try that. But yeah, so shout out Matt Flynn.
You know, he actually backed up Jamarcus Russell at LSU.
Dude, he was a good quarterback when he was playing. He was just behind other.
Said no one ever, but.
Dude, seriously. Yeah, and you guys don't think you guys also don't think Joe Flacco is going to make the Hall of Fame.
Oh my God!
So, in about 5 to 10 years, when Joe Flacco makes the Hall of Fame, I'm going to text all of you guys and say, told you so.
Someone please bring us a drug test.
I'm going to say it. Told you so.
Joe Flacco made the Hall of
The
Fame.
finger in the face. Told you so. Told you so.
That's outrageous.
Okay. So I want to bring up one more point.
I think the Mariners have a better chance of winning the World Series than Joe Flacco winning.
Do you want to make a bet? Do you want to make a bet?
Which one happens first?
I will bet you $1,000.
Joe.
Ooh, see, now he's questioning it. See, now he's questioning it. The stats are here, baby. Stats are here. Joe Flacco has never lost on the road in the playoffs against the Broncos. Tom Brady's lost 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Take last year
on Sundays.
Take last year out of the equation. He had an 8-game postseason streak. I'm not going to go down this Joe Flacco conversation again. I've already done this like three times.
Okay, Sports Center.
every time.
Sports Center is just like over here, just like Joe Flacco on a Sunday on noon o'clock. Never lost to. Like we get
Stop
it,
it,
yo,
bro.
come on,
it's
dude.
way more in depth than that. You got to get out of here, bro. Get out of here, man.
That's outrageous.
No, seriously, go home. He's 25th in all-time passing yards. How is that not impressive? Most postseason road wins. Shake your head.
Come on, man.
The dude's clutch in the playoffs, except for when it's like real big games.
Can we shut the show down and start?
I hate you, dude. I hate you, dude. Joe Flacco is not that bad of a quarterback. I'd take him. I'd take him.
Yeah, I think we've pieced that one.
Yeah.
You're so funny, man. All right.
Okay.
Back to Russell Wilson. Back to Russell Wilson, okay? Check this out, man.
He said Joe Flacco.
Yo, don't soldier boy me, bro. Don't soldier boy me, bro. Don't at me. Don't do that.
Honestly, what do you guys think? Do you think Joe Flacco is?
We don't even need to go down there. So the Joe Flacco conversation is dead. When you guys are all wrong, I gotta be. I'll tell you so.
When we did that, it was when we were talking to Chaz and Devin, and then you did all that research. I was like, oh damn! All right, what's up, Joe Flacco?
Yeah, dude,
flying right under the radar,
dude. Seriously.
The only cool thing about it, he came from Delaware. That's a small school. That's
dude,
cool.
I'm telling you, the guy has the numbers to make the Hall of Fame.
Would have been better if he came from Rhode Island.
It would have been better if he came from Seattle and played in Seattle. I wouldn't go that far.
Everybody heard the crickets out there.
I wouldn't go that far. I was just kidding. That was a joke. But, okay, so, again, back to the Russell Wilson thing.
Okay,
I want to just dead this real quick. All right? My question for you is the offensive line gave up 51 sacks to Russell Wilson. Do you know, other than the fact that the defense was so dominant when they won that Super Bowl, that they had the highest paid offensive line in the league that year?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, offensive. It's a proven thing. Offensive lines. When the Raiders went 12-4, the Cowboys.
The trenches is where the game is won,
100%.
baby.
There's no doubt about that. But Joe Flacco still sucks, dude.
Okay. I'll accept that. But when it happens, I'll tell you so. I'll tell you so.
Russell Wilson, I think the contract was outrageous, but
It was outrageous.
you got to get paid, man. You got to get paid.
Okay. I'm super happy we have Russell Wilson. I'm not hating on the guy for getting paid. I'm not. I'm looking at it as a fan of the Seahawks in this 5-year span that he just signed. And realistically, where we're at with the team right now and how that affects us and other players coming in later down the road.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with what you're coming from. When Derek Carr, it's like all these quarterbacks are doing the same thing, dude. It's just, but you see, pull up Tom Brady where he sits at compared to everybody else
On
highest paid quarterbacks.
Okay, keep going with it. So
sorry.
yeah, just keep going. I'll look for it. Where are you going with it?
It's just like when you pay one player too much, like you cannot just have that because look up after Joe Flacco gets paid because he was a back when after he won the Super Bowl, he got paid a lot. What did the Ravens do after that? You know what I'm
Tom
saying?
Brady is behind
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different players.
Exactly. Look at he's right in front of Andy Dalton,
Baker
Mayfield.
Mayfield.
That's how you win championships.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
8 of those people are also playing on rookie contracts.
That's very true too.
Yes, but that's how you win championships. You build teams. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, everybody under Tom Brady,
Yep.
except for Andy Dalton.
And Jared Goff. Oh, Jared Goff's still in it.
Jared Goff's still on his rookie, I think. Marcus Mariota
Yeah.
re-signed, didn't he? No, he's still on
No,
the
I think he's.
might still.
I think this-
Fitzpatrick is a backup quarterback.
I think this was the last year on his rookie contract.
AJ McCarron is a backup quarterback.
All of the guys who've been in the league and tenured for a while are above Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying.
No, I get it.
Okay, well, don't make me convince you. Stick to your guns. I'm super happy that
I'm
we
not
have
saying-
Russell Wilson.
You had to pay him though. That's
I
the
agree.
thing.
I totally agree. But a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, to me, is the greatest quarterback the Seahawks have seen probably since he's better than Matt Hasselbeck. He's the best quarterback I've ever seen on the Seahawks
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys,
since I've been alive.
other than Matt Hasselbeck, you guys haven't had the greatest quarterbacks.
So
Like John Kin, what's his name?
John Kitna,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember when John Kitna and Matt Hasselbeck were fighting for a starting job. Those were the days. So, I think Russell Wilson's totally worth $140 million, but not in the system that the Seahawks have set up right now.
No.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hawks need to spend that money on their offense. Well, I think Russell Wilson is part of the offense. Jeff, you're a hilarious guy. Takes a pay cut to have more protection for him. Yeah, Tom Brady does do that.
That's a
Yes.
smart thing, man.
That's why the guy barely gets hurt too. Have you really seen Tom Brady not take a snap? I think there's been a few
He missed
times.
the whole year. He blew out his knee. Matt Castle came in there.
Oh yeah, you're totally
That's how
right.
Matt Castle got famous. And that's
Yeah,
enough.
you're
Yeah.
totally right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. That's it on well, I mean I could talk about the fact that not only did Russell Wilson throw the lowest attempts that he's had in passing in 2013
Yeah. The only thing
since 2013 because they are a run pass with a 1%, 37% conversion rate on third down.
Yeah, the thing is,
So,
34.
34.
Like that.
It's in the low
out
30s.
of all the years he had, I don't think this is his greatest year. I don't
don't think
it
so
shouldn't
either.
have- It shouldn't have been a contract.
Well, you know what's funny is he had the most touchdowns he's ever had last year too.
Last time I checked, touchdowns win football games.
Not when your defense gives up more touchdowns than you throw.
Yeah,
No?
that's true.
Demaryius Thomas signed with the New England Patriots for 1 year, $6 million.
I actually think that's a good pickup.
I think that's a phenomenal pickup for the Patriots,
Yeah,
man.
Tom Brady can make any wide receiver.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Brittany's derailing me. I'm sorry. I was reading a text message. Sorry. So, what do you guys got? Why don't you talk to me about your what you wrote down there, Eric?
All right. So over the weekend there was a rugby tournament in Singapore. This is sevens. I'm just going to talk about what USA did. So they were in Pool B, and they ended up sweeping that pool. And that pool was Wales, Kenya, and England.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they beat Wales 31-12, and they beat Kenya 17-14, and England 22-7. The only problem with this is that at the start of this, they were already down 2 key players, Baker Perry and Danny Barrett. And then Martin, I'm not even, wow, I don't even know how to say that name. Isefo, he went down in the Wales game. And then Brett Thomas was forced out of competition during the England game. So then now they were down 4 people. But what's kept them in is that the depth of their roster.
Okay.
And everybody they put in
covers down for
and they can play just as good as the guy that got hurt so far. But I think it kind of wore them down a little bit in the quarterfinal. They beat Argentina and then lost to South Africa in the semifinals. So this is the first in 7 tournaments that they haven't got a medal. They placed 4th in this one.
Oh, just short.
Yep.
Oh.
But they still remain number 1 in the world, and they added 15 team points to their
How many points
world
is the
standing.
next team below them?
43.
Gee.
Ooh.
USA, USA, USA.
Yeah, so if they do, the next one is in London, I think.
Okay.
And if they even play this good, then they'll be guaranteed a spot in the Olympics.
Okay.
James Paxton over there.
What about James Paxton?
3 hit the Red Sox. Red Sox suck again.
I
It's
know.
okay. The Mariners are on a 4-game losing streak.
Oh, don't tell me about
A
it.
4-game losing streak. They got swept by the Astros last night and dropped 1 to the Indians with horrible errors and horrible defense last night.
Last night,
The umpires really screwed the Mariners, though.
I was at the game, and I could see from the stands how bad the pitching was. I mean, the calls.
I even said it in the Robbie Tobeck interview. We try to preach don't blame the umpires, but
It was bad.
that was horrible, man.
Bases
It was,
loaded.
dude, the pitch was like up in his face and called it a strike. Like sometimes I'm questionable about where the umpire puts his strike zone, but if he establishes it early, I don't have a problem with
And
it.
especially if he's consistent with it.
Right.
When
Yes,
we talked
he's
about,
consistent.
Last night was not consistent
Yeah,
for the
we
Mariners.
talked about, I can't remember the name of the guy during the World Series last year.
Right.
I can't remember his name now, but
He was pretty consistent about it.
yeah, at least, but it was the same for every batter, both
Right.
teams, didn't matter, called the same thing, strike.
Not the case last night. However, in the Mariners losing 4 games straight, they do keep their home run streak alive at 19. 19 games in a consecutive
Wow.
streak with a dinger. I'm proud of that. I like it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where are you guys standing with the Mariners now that they've lost 4 straight? Did we get brought back down to earth?
That's why I called it. Last show we had, pretty much we all agreed on that. A lot of Mariners, a lot of questions, and it is just the hitting disappears, and we show our true colors that we're a bad bullpen and a bad pitching staff. Like
It is a really bad bullpen, and I don't even really think it's so much as like the pitching staff, so much as it's the skipper not pulling guys when it's time to pull them.
yesterday we gave up 2 runs in the first inning.
I don't remember who they were. I think it was against the Astros. Ruben Alanias.
Oh, that was Astros.
I've been paying attention to the Rounders a lot,
Mm-hmm.
or the Rainiers, excuse me, the Rounders, because of the Rainier roundup that I'm doing. Sorry. But the Rainiers and
I was tracking.
yeah, Alanis has only pitched 5 innings in the 2 games that he's played in Tacoma.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have been in that long.
Right.
It was just poor bullpen management.
I don't know. I kind of
Speculate for me.
this is why I don't know, was it last week or the week before when I was like, don't miss out on being excited for the Mariners while they're good. Because, I mean, we saw that even when they were winning, they still had at least one error in every game.
Right.
Their defensive play was sloppy. I mean,
how many times are we going to see Encarnacion dive at a ball but not pull it up for an out?
Yeah, he should be the DH. Like, honestly, that's where we have like.
That's what I was. Go ahead.
We have like 4 DHs and like they're all. We really got to get rid of, like, we have to have a true DH and then a true first baseman.
I think the route that you go is just before the trade deadline, just to get these guys a little bit more value, or a little bit before. We'll say it's April, May, sometime in June, early June, late May. You start looking at trading Encarnacion. You start looking at trading Jay Bruce. And you stick with Daniel Vogelbach.
I agree with that to a point, but what are you really going to get out of them? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, slugging percentage is a huge deal.
Yeah.
And Encarnacion has it.
And you might, be able to make a deal with a team that just needs a little bit more.
Dude, all you really need is maybe some good prospects and a decent pitcher.
Totally agree.
In the bullpen. I'd be all right with letting Encarnacion walk away for a pitcher, a decent pitcher. I don't need a Kimbrel for like a closer, or an Edwin Diaz as a closer, or anything crazy like that. I just need somebody who can get us through 1-2 innings without giving up 3 runs.
Yeah, sure. It just makes me mad for being a Mariners fan for a long time. And just if you take 1 year of a Mariners team, they have one of the best bullpens in all baseball. Their hitting's horrible. 1 year, they have one of the best pitching staffs in all baseball, but they can never put it together, and it's so frustrating.
It is very frustrating, and we've talked about this on the show many, many, many times.
Right, and that's kind of what I expected from this year. I mean,
me too. They're playing pitcher by committee right now.
Right. I mean, they're doing that. I think they have a lot of raw talent. They just need to refine it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the Rainier's roundups that I'm doing on Talking Interference Sports, but it's giving me a lot of insight. I am able to look at the highlights for the games that they're playing because I have access to it, but I cannot post it due to copyright infringement. The pitching staff, you can tell, is looking to like good, decent into development. Like Justice Sheffield, that guy could be an ace.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's why we got him.
Need some fine tweaking.
Sure.
He needs some control on the ball a little bit more. But Justice Sheffield is solid in 2 years. I think they're talking about bringing him up this year. They'll probably bring him up this year, especially with Wade LeBlanc being injured now too.
Yeah.
Wade LeBlanc is out. I don't know if anybody knew this, but Wade LeBlanc is out with a abdominal strain, oblique strain. Something with his body is strained. I don't know what his torso.
He's got some pain here,
flails,
and some suffering here.
He got pain over here.
So the Mariners, okay, so breaking news, the Lightning swept by Columbus. Let's go. All right, sorry.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Lightning won the President's Trophy this year. So they had the most wins.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So they had the most wins,
nice.
and they got swept by the Columbus Blue Jackets,
Looks
who
like
virtually
someone's getting cheeseburgers.
they virtually are like the worst team in the playoffs. So, So where are you guys at with the Mariners? Where are you thinking?
Like I was talking to somebody.
It's early again. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think what it really is the true colors are going to come out.
I think the true colors are showing now.
Yes, and what someone was trying to explain, like to me the other day, they reached not a lot of their win total because it's only like they're 12, right? 12 wins.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be like a good amount. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get to 70 wins. I think. I don't think they're.
I think they'll get to 80 or maybe even 90. But I don't think it's going to be enough to.
I think I would say 80.
I would say 80, maybe 90.
But
the American League is too stacked right now for them to even
I disagree
make a playoff spot.
because they.
Oh yeah, I mean look at last year. I mean you had 3 of your playoff teams in the American League had 100+ win seasons.
I disagree with that. Like I think they're going to be at 70 wins because last year's team was way better than this year's team. It was better, a lot better, and you just played a top team in your division and got swept.
Yeah, but anybody who's been paying attention to baseball for the last 5 years know the Astros have been leagues and cloths cut way different.
And then the Indians come into town. Well, we'll see tonight. We can honestly see tonight.
Okay, so in perspective, I see what you're saying. The Indians got swept by the Royals, who the Mariners swept. They lost one to the Royals, right?
No, they swept
the Royals.
Okay,
so the Mariners swept the Royals, and then the Royals swept the Indians.
I honestly think it might be a T-Mobile Park thing because on the road we're good, and then come home when fans want to really watch you guys.
No, man, because they've lost more games in the last 4 games
at home
than they've won all season.
Oh.
They played decent on this streak that they had at home. I think they only dropped 1.
No, that was on the road, dude. They just
Did they drop both on the road?
No, they lost.
They lost 1 game on the road to the White Sox.
And then they lost 4 in a row at home.
And they lost 1 against the Red Sox at home. Yeah. So, yeah, because Mitch Moreland blasted a nasty home run.
Mm-hmm.
That was a terrible series for the Mariners, too, because it was good. We won the series, but it was just like heart attack. Like every game was a heart attack.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that was just – I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced that was the Mariners being so good as the Red Sox being bad.
I think the Red Sox are bad.
Oh, man, I have so much NHL stuff to talk about, but you guys don't have anything to say about it.
Well,
breaks my heart.
There's some ice.
Well, we can talk about the
Dodger slugger Cody Bellinger was out Tuesday night on their lineup against the Reds.
I need some water.
Against the Reds with a right knee bruise. Bellinger was removed from Monday night's 4-3 win shortly after the Reds starter Luis Castillo drilled him the 95-mile-an-hour fastball in the 3rd inning. Right knee bruise for Cody Bellinger. Local boy and reigning Cy Young winner Blake Snell has been placed on the 10-day DL with a fractured toe.
It was actually a cool fact. My friend Chris Grope actually played ball against him when he was in high school.
I like that.
Yeah.
Tell him to reach out and get Blake Snell on the show.
I mean, I don't think you know him personally. You just
play
against.
Okay. So you're saying that I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's cool.
That's the game.
My claim to fame. You know what I'm saying?
The All-Star game.
Oh, God damn it. He's leaning into me.
Dude, it's hot. It's hot here. I'm sweating.
The All-Star
sweat
game.
on me. Jesus.
It wouldn't be the first time, you know.
The All-Star game. The All-Star game in 2026 has been announced. It will be in Philly.
Ooh, that's not.
Yeah, I know. As
Everyone's
soon as Bryce
getting
Harper, everybody gets booed in Philly. Doesn't matter. As soon as Bryce Harper signs somewhere, this is where we're putting
overrated.
All right, man. I'm not even gonna go over the Tampa Bay Lightning game because it's over. So
They lost.
Tampa Bay has been eliminated from the playoffs, baby.
And they got crushed the
4,
first 2 games,
dude.
right?
Yeah. Dude,
it weirds me out that
they tied the
There's a
record.
hockey team and
Tampa Bay, like a hot place.
They
How can Seattle not have a team? Well, now we do, but how can Tampa Bay?
technically not really.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
don't.
how does Tampa Bay have a team where I lived in Florida for the last 4 years. It's hot all the time. How do they have an ice rink?
It's crazy, bro. I don't know if you knew this, but indoors there's something called air conditioning.
What?
You can freeze
I
it.
can't tell
Sometimes.
because there's not one here right now.
Hey man, then take off your stupid sweatshirt. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but if you're hot, take more clothes off.
Is that what?
don't gotta tell me twice.
All right, so St. Louis is playing Winnipeg. Winnipeg is trying to even the playing ground tonight after an extremely convincing win over the Blues in Game 3. Winnipeg has 7 players with 2 points or more, so they are scoring pretty well. Alex Pietrangelo for the St. Louis Blues has 4 assists and leads the Blues in points. They also have 7 players with 2 points or more. Hallebuck has a 897 save percentage, where Bennington has an 880. So Hallebuck has a higher save percentage for all of the shots on goals St. Louis is throwing at him.
Excellent.
That is tonight's game with the St. Louis Blues and the Winnipeg Jets preview. So San Jose is also playing the Golden Knights from Vegas. Vegas is up 2-1.
Another hot place, Sean.
Yeah, well,
Don't get me started.
Can't believe Vegas has how many Texas teams do the NHL have?
Don't get me started. We'll go back to Joe
Yeah, come
Flacco
on,
if you
come
really
on.
want to get into this.
Oh my gosh.
Hall of Fame
This'll
quarterback.
blow your
telling
mind.
you, bro.
There's a nightclub that's 0 degrees in Las Vegas.
I know they're also in Florida too. Actually, a really hot spot.
Isn't that, or is it a cold spot?
Oh!
Just like Joe Flacco's career.
You're a Raiders fan. You don't get a say.
It's been cold for a while, okay?
Yeah, it's cold out there in Las Vegas where the Raiders are going. Just saying, bro. Don't poke the bear. San Jose versus Vegas. Vegas is up 2-1. Erik Karlsson has 5 assists, but he has a -3 in points because he's been on the ice virtually every time the Golden Knights have scored. There are 9 players for San Jose who have 2 points or more. Stone has 6 goals, 2 assists, who leads the playoffs in goals as we stand right now. 5 players for the Vegas Knights have 2 points or more. Vegas is doing this by using their second line and pretty much bullying San Jose basically every period. San Jose just doesn't have an answer for it. I don't really see how San Jose is going to pull this off. Jones is getting the start tonight. Della has an 875 save percentage, where Jones has an 849. Basically, San Jose is going to need to score some goals. But Andre McFleury, who is sitting at a save percentage of 897, I don't think he's going to let that happen. Where you guys at with that? You guys know anything?
I agree.
You told me that you thought San Jose was going to win because San Jose, you always see San Jose winning, but Vegas is not.
Oh, last couple of years. I mean, well, last year and this year, Vegas has been
Well, they've only been a team for.
That's what I'm saying. Last year and this year, they've.
Well,
been,
this year,
What?
last Wednesday, Eric told me he thought San Jose was going to win.
Oh, just because I like the Sharks.
Yeah.
Because
I
you
like
like the
shark.
baby shark?
Because I like Sharks.
Baby. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that to you guys.
You like the baby shark?
But
Baby Shark.
The New York Islanders versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh my God. The New York Islanders versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. New York is shocking everyone, where we basically thought they weren't going to have a great season this year. Then they end up in the playoffs, and people are thinking surely New York is going to get
Playoffs.
stopped by Pittsburgh
Too cold.
in the
playoffs. We're talking about the playoffs.
No, we're talking about practice. Talking about practice? But surely New York is going to get stopped in the playoffs by Pittsburgh. Not the case. They are looking for a sweep. It's 3-0. Eberle has 3 goals.
Out.
All right, break those brooms out. Eberle has 3 goals and 2 assists. Go ahead.
They actually, I think it was the Islanders. They were like, don't actually bring brooms, please. They put out like
do it.
Yeah, bring the brooms.
Bring the brooms. Eberle has 3 goals and 2 assists. 10 players have 2 or more points. They're getting points on the board, and they're doing it as a team. Schultz and Malkin have both 1 goal and 2 assists. Schultz has been caught offsides many times in this series, and the defense turns really into offense really fast. What does he say?
How many NFL teams does California need? That's the question. Go Hawks. I knew Russ wasn't going anywhere.
I love you, Flo. Fro. Sorry.
Fro.
Bro. All right. So the defense turns into offense real fast over there for the Pittsburgh Penguins or for the Islanders, and Pittsburgh is getting frustrated by it. Crosby is at a -4.
Ooh.
Gensel is at a -3, and Rust is at a -4. All 3 of them are scoreless in this series.
Oh.
Crosby, are you aging? Are you feeling it?
Bring out the crutches.
Bring out the crutches, man. He's getting old. What'd you say?
Nothing. Never. I'll tell you later.
Aging sucks, by the way.
3 players including Schultz and Malkin, have 2 points or more. Murray is at a .902 save percent, but I don't think it's really his fault they're losing. Pittsburgh power play is at 12.5, where New York's is at 20%. It just looks like New York has an answer for everything, where Pittsburgh does not. All right, so those are the games that are happening tonight. The rest of the playoffs, it stands as Nashville leads Dallas 2-1. Toronto leads Boston 2-1. Washington leads Carolina 2-1. And Colorado leads Calgary 2-1. I don't know if you guys saw this video of Ovechkin knocking this kid out. Did you see this?
No.
Ooh, daddy. I'm pulling this up.
He's pulling it up.
Talk about something while I'm pulling it up.
We're going to talk about – what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about –
Oh, yeah. Go ahead,
what do
Jack.
you want to talk about?
Read your notes.
Man, I've already –
He's already out of notes.
Actually, I'm not all the way out of notes.
Okay. Go ahead.
USA Rugby and MLR signed finalized an agreement and sanctioning between union and professional leagues. So they're working on trying to improve the working relationship between the two to improve success of professional rugby at a high level and talent in USA.
I like it.
And they're also working on ways to improve viewability and relevance of rugby in North America.
I actually saw that.
Yeah,
I
rugby.
read that article.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I need more rugby being broadcasted.
Yeah.
Right, because I think that's a big reason of why people aren't really watching it is because
It's not being put out.
yeah, I mean you don't.
Yeah, if you live in
is it when is it on? What am I even going to be able to watch this game?
Oh, but
Or do I have to watch it on TV?
I don't know if you've been paying attention to watching Mariners games lately, but they do advertise on Root Sports Seawolves games.
Really?
Yes, they 100% do. 100%.
But I mean
so,
that's
but that's on Root Sports.
and a local team.
Right.
Okay, if you live in Portland, can you watch?
If you have Root Sports, you can.
Root Sports is Portland. It's like the Northwest, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, this
But I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like,
this region we live in called the Northwest.
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't.
Shout out Tabby's Coffee.
But you can't watch.
Sorry, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
But you
Go.
can't watch like a Houston game unless the Seawolves are playing Houston. Unless you buy Flow Rugby online.
I agree with
No,
you.
I agree with you. Rugby.
I don't.
You know what's crazy though? This area up here in the Northwest actually has a lot of rugby like Vince. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why we're so in depth in rugby up here. It doesn't make sense to me because we're like on the complete opposite side of the pond.
Yeah,
probably.
Per se.
But we have a lot of like Islanders that come over to. That's probably why. Because that's where it's big into. When I used to live in Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah, they would play.
That makes sense.
They would play
And
a lot.
also because I would also think that because of our proximity to Canada.
Does Canada have a big following in rugby?
Yeah.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's cool. Shout out Canada.
Shout out. Ooh.
I don't know. It's not bacon, Canada.
It's ham. Get out of here.
Horrible. It's not bacon.
So check this out. I'm going to play it.
Okay, let's watch the video.
Watch the video. That's not the video. This is the video. This is my boy Alexander Ovechkin popping the teeth out. Bow, 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 boom. Homeboy's knocked out, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why is it like one of their best players getting into a fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you think?
You got to think that it's got to be something that would made him that angry that not only did he get into a fight, I think I read somewhere where this was his like 8th fight ever in his career, where that's a small amount, especially in the amount of years that he's done. But he's got to be angry enough at this kid
No, he was angry
to knock him out like that. Like this dude was like, yeah, look at him, dude. He can't. Yeah, dude, he is stumbling. He is stumbling. Look at him. He's like slashing at each other. They're pushing each other. And he's like, "You want to go? Let's go. Let's do it." And they're starting to push each other. And he said, "We're gonna fight." Throws everything. And he's going. He's hitting. And boom, down goes the boy.
He just walks off like.
And he's like, "Yep, I'm going to the penalty box." That's it.
I like him as a hockey player, dude.
Alexander Ovechkin is a monster in scoring.
He's not a softie.
No, don't. Yeah, that's why he doesn't fight. He doesn't need to fight. Why?
Do you think he would win in a fight versus Mike Tyson?
No. Nope.
He just knocked out somebody wearing a helmet, so I don't know.
Anyway, Colorado leads Calgary 2-1. Joe Thornton has been suspended for Game 3 of the San Jose and Vegas game, and Nazem Kadri has been suspended by the NHL Department of Player Safety for his cross-check against a Bruins player in Game 2, and Kadri has been suspended by the NHL for the remainder of the first round. That's how bad that cross-check was.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
What is that?
This next topic
is basically checking somebody like either towards the head or like on their back when they're not really like paying attention to if my interpretation of it is correct.
All right.
So it's basically like it's roughing in football.
Okay.
Is a good way to interpret it.
All right. Fair enough.
And again, I've only been watching hockey for a little while. So this is my interpretation of it. I'm not 100% sure. Sorry if I'm getting it wrong, but I feel like from what I've read, if it's like a head, like a check to the head, yeah. Or if it's like a dude like with his back turned and you're just like running into him when he's not paying attention.
Okay. Gotcha.
So,
I like it.
So I only got stuff for the NBA left. Do you guys got anything at all?
This next topic's gonna be.
I'm just gonna. I wrote just quick little, just like blurps. Let's get it out, and then call it a night.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Golden State is tied with the Los Angeles Clippers after dropping 31 points.
Lead.
Yeah, they had a 31-point lead, and they dropped it. They dropped the lead, dude.
Fumble.
DeMarcus Cousins left that game with a torn left quad. He's out
for the rest of
the playoffs. Do you think they need DeMarcus Cousins to win?
No.
I don't think so
He's
either.
one of the best centers in the NBA.
I agree. Portland is ahead of OKC. Bring back our Sonics. Somebody gonna do it?
What? Oh.
Is there? Yeah, that's right. Bring back our Sonics.
I hope Portland sweeps them.
San Antonio Spurs lead Denver Nuggets 1-0. Boston is 1-0 versus the Pacers. Philadelphia and the Brooklyn Nets are 1-1. And Toronto is down to Orlando in that series, 1-0. Blake Griffin is also sidelined with a knee injury, leaving him out for the rest of the playoffs.
Damn.
That is your NBA breakdown. Brought to you by Talk Interference Sports.
Hey.
I'm Nick.
I'm Pillowfist.
I'm Eric.
We're Talking Interference Sports. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. Thanks, everybody, for joining in the chat. Go to Tabby's Coffee, get some coffee.
Thank all the people that have been liking our Facebook page. We're blowing up.
Yeah, seriously. Shout out to everybody on the Talking Interference Sports page. Thanks for contributing to some good content over there as well. We got homeboy Sean. He's going to start helping me run the page, so it's not just going to be me. So go check out Talking Interference Sports everywhere else. YouTube, go check out Game Changer Sports Network over there at Talking Interference Sports.
And everybody get mad at my girlfriend because she hasn't liked the page yet.
Yeah. Jenna.
Boo.
Boo. Thank you so much. I was never liking that. Thank you. I love you. If you guys didn't catch our show on Wednesday, we had Robbie Tobeck on. Thank you, Robbie Tobeck, for your time. If you guys need insurance, go check out Griffin McLean, www.griffin, GRIFFIN,
Don't look at me.
MECLEAN.com. Go get some insurance from Robbie Tobeck, former center of the Seattle Seahawks. Ah! All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're out of here.
See you guys.
Let's close it. Boom.